Hello, everyone, and welcome. Great to see you, whether you're here on Zoom at this live online meeting or whether you're on YouTube in the live streaming or if you're watching the recording, welcome. If you could add in the chat if you're here in Zoom or if you're on the live streaming on YouTube, a little bit about you, where you're from, what time is it, how are you in general. So feel free to use the chat. I added the link to the course in the chat box. I will also add it later on in the YouTube streaming, which is actually the recording. So we've got Poland, welcome. Please use the chat, as I said, in the South Carolina. So we've got the United States too. We've got Europe and the United States. That's almost half the world, right? Okay. So use the chat. It doesn't disturb me. On the contrary, when you add to the chat, I feel like we're conversing and I'm not talking to the screen. Okay, it makes it more pleasant. And we've got Pakistan as well. Wonderful. We've got the world actually in TESOL Online with AI developing an online course. A little bit about me if you're not sure who I am. Um, this is the latest information. Things change, of course, and I'm currently the past chair of TESOL. After March, I will no longer be a past chair of TESOL Call IS. I teach currently at Immersive Technologies IMT in a Master of Science program, mostly for educators, but also for others on how to use augmented and virtual reality. If you're interested in that, let me know. It's at a distance, completely online, just like this course, using Zoom and Moodle. So the platforms are similar, but not identical. I've been teaching ESOL and EFL as well as ESL to both young learners as well as adult learners since 1992. And I've been applying Call IS as well, which is computer assisted language learning. I believe in teamwork, whether it's among students or students and teacher. I I enjoy interacting with students on a face-to-face, if it's face-to-face, or if it's online, it's the same. I believe that we're all partners when it comes to learning, and the more we engage with one another, the more socially appealing it'll be, since we are social creatures and we like to interact. I enjoy being a teacher educator. I've been doing it on this Moodle platform. Today, it's called Integrating Technology since 2006. So this is an overview of the presentation. Before I get into that, let me see if anybody added anything in the chat. As I said, the chat is actually a way for me to feel that there's someone there. So feel free to add away in the chat, add your reflections, your whatever comes to mind as you hear me, or if you think of anything. So we will be discussing the following: Moodle as an LMS platform, support for learners, free screen recorders, and AI image generators, free AI tools for TESOL, orientation activities, copy and paste tables, how to do that. There are two ways: copy and paste code from ChatGPT, which is the second way, customize images, which is what we need to do in the current Moodle LMS, embed links with Generico and YouTube and Vimeo as opposed to embedding with Generico, and embedding Google Drive files as well. And I'll be talking about that. Week 1 activities, what you do and what you view, as well as, I think I missed it, the orientation. We'll talk about that as well. Digital badges and requirements for the orientation and week 1. TESOL Online with AI, which is a generator that I created, and you will find it in ChatGPT. Create Mizu chatbot for students. I created one myself, but you can also create one or ones. You can create as many as you want for free on Mizu. All the tools that I use are free. Magic School Tools and Reina Bot. Demo of Develop Online course, which is available for you to view before you start your course. Grading out of 100, which means that if you don't see a grade, maybe I didn't grade you, or it went into support for various reasons, and I'll explain that. There are 5 digital badges and a final certificate of completion with the duration of 30 hours that most schools can use. So we're going to start with how to navigate. You could add in the chat box if you have ever used Moodle, whether as a student or a teacher. So you can put M and then -T or M-S. So please feel free to do that in the chat. I'm looking for your chat so I know that you're here. So again, in case you missed it, have you used Moodle before? So we've got TNS as a teacher and student, and you've not used Moodle. Thank you for that. No. All right. As a student, Moodle is quite a popular learning management system around the world. It's open source, which means that anyone can install it for free, of course. All right, so you can continue answering that as we go. So you're going to be developing your own course. Now, you may ask, why develop a course? Can't we just learn about TESOL AI tools? Why do we need to create a course? Well, this is what this course is about. Creating a course actually allows you to create engaging activities using AI tools in a real course. So you're actually doing a few things at the same time, which makes it more authentic and realistic. Let's continue with tips for learning on Moodle Learning Management System. The Moodle site that I use, or the Moodle version, is the latest. It's 4.4.3. It keeps changing very quickly. I am the admin of a few Moodle sites, including this one. So if there are any issues, feel free to contact me through the support forum. You do not need to contact support. I am the support for the platform as well as for the course itself. So you had to familiarize yourself with the course layout and navigation menus in the orientation part of the course. How many of you have completed the orientation? If you could add that in the chat. Yes, no, every answer is correct. So I'm looking at the chat. I see that some have and some have not. It's a requirement in order to get your final certificate to also complete the orientation. There's not much on the orientation. It's mostly watch And there's only one real do activity that you need to do, which is a recording of the layout before you get started. It's important to complete the orientation and week 1, because once you complete week 1, you'll be able to go on to week 2 and develop your very own course and learn as you do. You're not alone, remember. So the LMS, some tips are to familiarize yourself with the course layout, to use the course syllabus, which is available as a roadmap. Keep referring to it. Use the calendar and add the events. In this case, it's only Zoom. Everything else is not dated. Watch the videos. There are lots of instructional videos. I call them tutorials, and you'll be creating them as well, because we're teachers. That's what we do, right? We create instructional videos. So watch them and read the instructions very, very carefully, so you don't have to do anything twice. Remember, the grades are out of 100. You can only get 100. And if you don't get 100, it probably means that you have to do it again. And I wouldn't want you to do it again. Yeah, thank you, Samane. That's right. It's what do you see? Which means that whatever you see is okay. It might not be what I wanted you to see, but it's okay. And then ask questions. Really, really important to ask questions. I learned from your questions. In fact, this presentation was really short until 2 days ago, actually, when I noticed that there were quite a few challenges from some of the participants, which I added here. So actually, this presentation is based on your questions and on your input. So super important for us to be connected. So ask questions in the support forums and seek clarifications. It's okay. In fact, you get 100 just for asking questions. I'm kidding, but questions, as you know, as teachers, we want our students to ask questions. Use the Moodle forum features to participate. Now, I noticed there are a few ways of viewing the forums. And actually, the course is based on forums. You add all your input into forums. They're not only discussion forums, but they're, I guess, communication and ways of engaging you in the tasks, in the activities. You can view them in threaded discussions and not threaded. Take a look at it and see what's available there. Of course, you'll get your course next week, and you'll have a chance to see what's behind the scenes, because you'll be a teacher with full editing rights, just like I am in this course, where you are a student. So some of you answer that you've been a student or a teacher or both in Moodle. Well, you're going to be both. In this course, you'll be a student or a participant, as we call teachers, and you'll be a teacher in your own course. Also, subscribe to the forum thread so that you can receive updates and stay engaged. Otherwise, you will feel left out. This is the only way we know that something's happening. So your input's really important. So subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. Review the videos, as I mentioned before, as well as the presentation. This presentation is right there in the course, so you'll be able to go through it and the course material regularly, just to make sure that you're not missing anything. And as I mentioned, use the support form to contact me. And I'll explain in a minute why support forms are very important versus messaging systems that we have, say, on Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, or in the Moodle. There's also a messaging system, so we'll talk about that. And when you're using the support form, make sure that you articulate your questions and concerns in the best way that you can. And this is great practice for our learners. We want them to be able to use English. And this is a chance for them to explain themselves. Check the progress bar on the right block of the course. And this is on every page. On the right, you will see something called progress, completion, progress. Use your smartphone. How many, by the way, are using their smartphones? I can raise my hand. How many of you are using your smartphones? Because Moodle works really well on both Android and iPhones, iOS. In the browser, don't try to use the app, the mobile app, but use your browser. And Moodle is great for that. If you're having problems or issues, this is what I do. Go to your smartphone and open the course there in Chrome or Safari, whatever browser you're using. Let me know if that is clear, because I think this is a very important point in case you're having issues, as some of us, including me, are. We are currently troubleshooting a problem that is occurring right now with login. Some people are being thrown out, including me. I'm also thrown out. So I go to my phone sometimes when I don't have the patience to start fighting technology. So the phone is your best bet. Use your phone. Let me know in the chat, is that clear? Just say clear so that I know that. Great, I'm glad. Even though the phone is small, you can always make the fonts larger. And clear the cache. This is so important. Clear your data. Delete your data and cookies regularly to enhance your browser performance. Chrome is causing lots of problems. I don't know what's going on with Chrome, but sometimes Firefox is a lot better. How many of you have used Firefox in the past? Firefox. If you're having problems, Firefox is probably your best bet. It always works. It's also open source. Maybe that's why Moodle likes Firefox. And as I said, clear the browsing data if you don't know how. In Chrome, you go into the settings, privacy and security, and then clear browsing data. Another thing you can do, of course, on the Moodle, which is great, you'll see the accessibility at the bottom right-hand side of the Moodle pages in the course and outside the course. Adjust text size and contrast for better readability. And this is very important. And this is the accessibility settings on Moodle, and I think it's a lifesaver for many. Share resources and insights by using the open forums. For each week, there is an open forum. Use the open forum to discuss various topics and add your input. It's a great way to connect for learning, and everyone can start a discussion on any topic related or ask questions where you want others to also be involved in your questions. It's not a support forum. So the support forum is separate. And check your grades in the progress. If you don't have a grade, as I said, contact me through the support forum and ask why. Okay, and tell me where it is, and I'll be able to help. Use the progress tracking tools, as I mentioned. The progress tracking is available on Moodle. Moodle has an amazing tracking system. In fact, it knows exactly when you're there, how long you're there, what you viewed, what you did. It's all there. And of course, it's important to stay connected to each other. We're learning together. We're all in the same boat. We're all teachers, and teachers are always learning. Remember, we're professional learners. Try to balance study time with physical activity and relaxation. Don't overdo it. I've seen people stay up late at night. I know where you are. I know your location. And if I'm seeing someone from the Far East up when they should be sleeping, think twice. You could do it the next day. There's no rush. You've got a whole week to work, but I can understand that. Other tips that I can give you is stress management. Breathing is really important. And technology can frustrate us. It does frustrate us. And everybody gets frustrated at some point because we're human. That's how we react. And it's only natural. So take a deep breath and let it out and do it a few times, but not too quickly so you don't get dizzy. So that we can try to lower the stress as much as possible. And of course, sleep, as I mentioned, is super important. We want our students to also sleep. And these days, students lack sleep, and their work shows it. They come to class, half asleep. Their heads are down at whatever age. So we know that it's important, that sleep is important for cognitive functions. And as I said, explore the tutorials that are available to guide you throughout the course. Keep an eye on the announcements. They're important. You'll find the announcements at the top right. You need to open the drawer, the block on the right to get that. And explore the right block. Okay, I'll write that in the chat. Right block. How many of you have taken a look at the right block of the course? Right block. Very important information there. Yes, open it up. Don't be afraid. You can open anything. Thank you for the chat answers. You can click on anything. Nothing can go wrong. You can't break anything. You can't harm anything. So click away. Anything blue is clickable. What's not clickable is not clickable. But don't worry. And remember, you're not alone. You're among colleagues. We're all in the same situation. Trust me, I have talked to teachers from around the globe. We all face the same issues at school in managing our classes. Nothing is unique. So feel free to share and realize that we understand. We all understand. And now let's go on to online support. So one of the reasons I went online in 2003, that's when I started my first Moodle course, was because I wanted to reach my students. And I had hundreds of students, literally, whether in one class or in a few classes, and I wanted to reach them. How can you possibly, um, you know, practice a language unless you have the teacher there with you? It's not as if I'm teaching, a information, and nobody teaches information anymore anyways. Students need support. Everybody needs support. We need that. And I couldn't get to my students in the physical classroom because, who has enough time to reach everybody? And online, this is how we can connect with our students, one-on-one. Now, there are two ways of connecting, as I mentioned before. One is through WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram. I don't know if you use any other chats, messaging system, or Moodle messaging system. Moodle has a messaging system. It also has a support form. Going to go through the differences between the two because I encourage you in Moodle to only use the support form. And these are the reasons why a messaging system is great for, a non-learning management system such as Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp. LinkedIn, I forgot LinkedIn, of course, also has a messaging system. But it's limited. It's private, even though you can have groups, okay, but you can't have, you don't want everybody maybe, or it's limited. It's private, mostly one-on-one communication on Moodle between the teacher and student. And that's limiting, where a support forum is public. Everybody can ask their questions, and students can learn from one another. From the questions, they can answer the questions as well, from my answers, from the teacher's answers. And it's visible to everyone. A messaging system is not visible to everyone. You have to become a member. Knowledge sharing. With the messaging system, it's restricted to individual exchanges. It's limited in the way problems are solved. With the Moodle support forum, it's shared with a whole course. It allows for collaborative problem solving and answers to many questions. So it has all these very important learning and emotional reasons. Notice another important difference is threaded discussions. You do not have threaded discussions in a messaging system. I don't know of a single one. LinkedIn doesn't have it. Facebook doesn't have it. Telegram, WhatsApp, they don't have a threading discussions where you can find the topics. History and reference. In a Moodle support forum, you have the posts, and they remain visible and organized by reference. You can search for them. But in a messaging system, you cannot. Sorry about that. Let me know if there are any questions up to here. Feel free to stop me at any time with questions in the chat. We cannot search. Well, you can sometimes search in the messaging system, but not on Moodle. All right. And I'm comparing the two between the support forum and the Moodle messaging system. And collaboration, of course, the support forum encourages and promotes peer-to-peer collaboration, where in the Moodle messaging system, it's just individual. Response time are the same. I can reply to you right away. And I can reply to you right away in both places. So there's no difference in the response time. And of course, instructor involvement in both is exactly the same. Asynchronous participation, they're both the same in that aspect as well. Large classes, the support form is great for large classes. It also saves time for teachers. Instead of answering the same question over and over again in a Moodle messaging system, in the support form, the questions are there. The teacher can just simply get the link to the response and just share that link in other support forums or in other areas. And of course, it's really important for us to build a community. That's what we do as teachers. We want our students to work together, and the support forum allows for that. And so on. You can read that on your own. The only thing I'd like to mention, of course, peer learning. We teach one another. Students teach one another. This is very, very important because in a support forum, students can also reply to each other. And that's empowering in itself. It's not just the teacher that answers, but the students also provide answers. Right, let's continue. Looking at the chat to see if there are any comments or questions. Just stop me at any time. Free screen recorders. I mentioned everything is free, and you will be creating videos using screen recorders. You can try these out. They're all free. They're limited in time in the free version, and it has gone down. Loom used to be 10 minutes, now it's 5. I think Vimeo has maybe 10 minutes. So it's between 5 and 10, except for Awesome Screen Recorder, which also has writing tools. It's a Chrome extension. And Awesome Screen Recorder, I think, has a 15-minute duration. Movavi is a desktop. You need to download it. It also has unlimited time, but I think they also, most of these recorders are interested in making in a business. They're interested in getting us to upgrade, but we don't do that, right? We don't want to pay. I suggest you try screen capture is also nice. Sorry, TechSmith capture. It used to be called Jing. Padlet is excellent. You can screen share with Padlet. Flip, I should take that out. Flip is out. Okay, it no longer exists. Bubbles is quite nice. ScreenPal is nice. I think it also has a limitation of 15 minutes. Canva. Canva can be used for over 10 minutes, for 20 minutes. But if you need to create longer videos, you can always do it twice. In other words, you do the 5 minutes and then you start another one for the next 5 minutes. That is perfectly fine. No need to pay, remember that. And these are some image creators, generators. You'll be using these for your courses. I mean, not all of them, but you can choose which one you like. These are all free. Have you used any of these? Let me know in the chat if you're familiar with any of these AI image generators. I have used all of them. I use Ideogram on a regular basis. Microsoft Designer, I always have them open and I go from one to the other. I also like, let's see what else I like. DALL-E on ChatGPT because it's free for 4.0. And ChatGPT is nice too. PixArt is nice. Pixabay, obey. I'm looking at the chat DALL-E, yeah, Leonardo. Yeah, the only thing that some of these become only paid, they start limiting you with a free version, like Leonardo started limiting, and Night Cafe also started. Cosmic Dream is also on ChatGPT 4.0, and it's completely free as well for that. Yeah, Padlet, you use Padlet. Padlet does have an AI now, definitely tool, but I didn't know you could use, yeah, I suppose you could use it for backgrounds and things like that. These are some AI tools for TESOL, and you'll be using these when you create your courses. As I said, we're not just practicing using the tools, we're practicing using the tools in a course for your classes. So it's very, very practical, hands-on workshop kind of course. Okay, you're not just, because I don't know, you probably know this from your own experience, just learning about the tool and not actually using it doesn't have much value. These, I'm not going to go through them, but you can see that the tools are here with the links. When you're asking ChatGPT or one of the tools for a link, make sure that you ask for a full link and you ask not to hyperlink words. Right, now let's take a look at TESOL Online with AI and the tools that you can use. The other tools, if you missed that, are also free, but these are the ones that most of us use. Duolingo, I'm sure you've used it yourself to learn a language. I'm learning it, I've been using it for almost a year now and learning Spanish. Now, these are very specific to English, and you don't need to generate a prompt. You don't need to worry about prompts or asking questions. They simply help you create courses. create activities, sorry. Ego is really, really nice. All of these you use without a prompt. So they're great for TESOL and other courses, not just TESOL. And you don't need to use a prompt. Okay, you can go through them. Quizlet also has an AI tool right now that makes it a lot easier. Okay, you'll be able to go through these and try them out. As I said, you don't need a prompt for these. They're geared for teachers to create activities for students using AI tools. Roshi's also very nice. Twee, most of you are probably familiar with Twee. It's one of my favorites. Now, these are the ones that I created for TESOL. One is called TESOL Online with AI that you'll be using in this course. It's completely free, of course. You'll be using it to create your syllabus. But you'll also be using Gemini, Google Gemini, to create your syllabus. You'll be able to use it to create lesson plans and engaging activities, also to come up with resources. And there is the link there. It's also in the course. You'll be able to, whatever is here is in the course as well. I just took whatever is in the course and I added it to this presentation. And then there's AI for ELT that I developed a while back. And it does the same thing. You can try both. And now we'll go to the orientation. Since some of you have not finished the orientation, this is what you need to do. Now, there is view and done, or do. Okay, do means you have to do something. View means you just have to watch a video or read something, text. So it's or listen to something. There's a needs assessment survey. How many of you have done the needs assessment survey? If you could just add that in the chat. I think most of you have. It's in the orientation. Anna, you may not have to do it. If you've done it before, you won't have to do it again, because when you open it up, it'll say that you've done it, so you won't have to do it. So if you're new to the platform, you'll have to do it. But if you've been here before, no, you'll see. You don't have to remember. You'll just, when you click on it, it'll say done. It remembers for you, so you don't need to remember. That's what's great about technology. It saves us on our memories because it's all out there. All right, and edit your profile. There's a video on that. I'm writing the type here because you're going to look at all these types when you create your courses. You'll be learning about the different types. Everything that's in this course, you will be able to use the same type of activities. What do you see? You have to do, of course, and there's also a video on Generico and how to use it, digital badges and how to connect the badges to your backpack. And this is what it looks like in the course. You'll have either the circle, empty circle, or the circle will be filled with a green color. If it's filled with a green color, it means you've done it. So notice here, you only have to actually do one activity, and that is create a video tutorial using one of the recorders to show us what you see in the course. And of course, everything is correct. Whatever you see is what you see. Can't argue with that, right? Okay, so another thing that you'll be learning about, and there's a video on that, is to set border on table cells. Because by default, the table does not have borders around it, and it's kind of hard to see. So you'll learn how to do that. And these are instructions on how to do just that, how to add a border. Okay, and you can follow the instructions and do that. There's also how to copy and paste tables. We'll be working a lot with tables, just like I'm working with tables here. You'll be working with tables as well. They're very visual and easy to follow. You don't have to go through a scroll. Uh, Tables are more convenient because you see all the information there, and you will be able to copy and paste tables from the GPT, okay, the AI tool. If for some reason it doesn't work and you're not happy with it, you can ask for example, ChatGPT to create a code, write a code for me for Moodle. Notice you'll have to ask ChatGPT to generate a code for a table. Don't be scared. You'll just copy the table and you paste it in your Moodle reply area. So all you need to do, and there's an explanation of video for that, is go into Tools, choose Source Code, and paste the code. You even close your eyes if you're afraid of codes. I remember when I first created a code, I was scared. This was many years ago. So it's scary for the first time, but you'll get used to it and just save it and you'll see everything there. The table will look like this. It'll be perfect. Okay, so there are instructions here. I don't need to read them. And now we're going to look at how to customize images in the Moodle course, because you'll see that if you don't customize the image, it's going to be huge and you'll be overwhelmed. You won't be able to see many things. So it's important to know how to customize images, and there's an explanation for that. And you'll be able to go through it, how to customize images. And now we're going to look at a video, very fast video that I created using my smartphone. I see there's a question, a comment in the chat. Oh, it's not difficult at all. It's very easy. Just go through it very, very slowly, step by step. That's what I always say. One step at a time. Don't try to see the end. Just take little steps, the way you walk up the stairs. You don't put your foot up and go all the way up, right? You go one step at a time. Think of this course as one step at a time, 1 week, one activity at a time. Watch the videos. I've given you some tips and you'll be just fine. Many people have taken this course and they were just fine. And if you get overwhelmed, just take a deep breath and you'll be fine. Right, so here it is. Let me know if you can hear it. Hi there and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how. Were you able to hear that? Let me know in the chat so I know everybody can hear it and not only me. All right, thank you, Anna. Thank you. All right, so here we go again. Listen carefully. It's very short. Hi there and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how, instead of adding a link and hyperlinking the words, which is wonderful, and then having it open in a new window, which is even more wonderful, I'm going to show you another way of adding a recording that is not YouTube or Vimeo and having it embedded so that you can view it straight from the message area of the course. I'm going to go into Insert over here. Scroll down until I get to Generico Widgets. Click on that. And then I'm going to choose Website. Going to add the name. In this case, it's Lay. Then I'm going to paste the link. And then notice you'll get this crazy looking. I've got 3 things. I've got one YouTube video, or I can have it go into this link or simply open it up right here where I can play it. Okay, that was it. That's a way for you and everyone to open all the videos in one place in the course and not go to YouTube or go to Vimeo or go to Loom or go to ScreenPal or go to Canva. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just open it in the course. And this is really important because we don't want our students to go all over the place. We want them to be focused and to stay in the course. And that's how you do it. There's another video here that I'm not going to play because it's longer, but you will be able to play it yourself. That was also an example of how wonderful the course looks on your phone. It's not so bad. Try it, especially if you get stuck and you can't log in, because we're fixing the problem, but it may take longer than expected. Right. So notice that there's YouTube video and Vimeo. You do not need to use Jericho for them. You just paste the link of the YouTube or Vimeo video, just paste it, and it'll become embedded, and then everyone can view it. Okay, you do not use Generico. If you use Generico, we will not be able to see the video at all. So Generico is only for other websites, any website, but not YouTube or Vimeo. And now we're going to take a look at week 1. Let me know if you're ready. Are you ready to start week 1? As I said, there's only one activity in the orientation, but you can start week 1 before you do that. That's okay. So are you ready for week 1? You're ready. All right. So let's go. Okay. So week 1, here we go. So in week 1, there are a few activities. This is one activity. Yes, Zoom is an activity in Moodle, in a Moodle course. You can create a Zoom meeting from Moodle. You don't have to go to Zoom. You can do it straight from Moodle, which is very convenient. So you're here, that's your first activity. Then you need to introduce yourself using a Voki avatar. Now, when I say Voki avatar, the password and username is there for you with pro features. So use it. And then you'll be able to embed the Voki avatar that you get. There's DID, Windows, or HeyGen that you can use. Only one. And then you'll share your background, interest in taking the session, and expectations for the session. So that's 3, you've done 1. So that's 2 if you haven't started. And then you will take a teaching perspectives inventory, which is just like a survey where you learn about yourself as a teacher, and then you share the results and reflect. And then you explore your profile to see what's there, and the profile is at the top right. And then you choose an editor, and you use voice from the editor. You don't have to go anywhere else. And you explain why you chose your editor. And the images of the 2 editors are there. These are all in a discussion forum. Okay, so what we have here are discussion forums where there are activities. So introduce yourself is a discussion forum. Share the background is a discussion forum. Take the teaching perspectives is a discussion forum. Explore the profile is a discussion forum. Choose an editor is a discussion forum. All right, so we are using discussion forums instead of assignments. And the reason is that in assignments or quizzes, only one person sees it, the one who creates it, and the teacher, of course. But in this case, everybody sees everybody's responses, and this allows for peer learning. And that's what this course and other courses that I give on Moodle are about, peer learning, learning from one another. And then you will also use TESOL Online with AI, which is the AI tool that I created, to create a table comparing, oh, that's not true, create a table showing different tools, AI generated tools for TESOL. But that's there. All right, so this is what it looks like. I just copied and pasted it. Notice some of these are due and some view. The presentation week 1, let me know in the chat. Is it due or view? The presentation, is it due or view? Yay, that's right, you got it. That's right, it's view. TESOL Online with AI, is it view or do? Ah, that's a good question, right? Hard to tell from this. You would have to guess, right? Here, there's no way of knowing, but you say do. All right, you're right. Zoom meeting, do or view? You're here, so obviously that's a catchy one. But afterwards, yeah, it's do. It's do. You had to click on it and do something. Right. The Zoom meeting will become the recording. Okay, so this recording will be there. Let's get acquainted. Is that do or view? Let's get acquainted. That's right, Anna, it's do. 1, 2, 3, Introduction to TESOL Online with AI Development Online course. That's a long title. Is it view or do? No, I'm afraid it's do. It's a do. You have to do something. It's a discussion forum where you need to reply to this. There are 3 questions, 1, 2, and 3. 1 for your background, 2 for your interests, and 3 for what you hope to gain from the course, or the other way around. Teaching perspectives is a do. Choose an editor is a do. Free AI generated tools for TESOL is a do. Summarize and reflect. You'll be summarizing each week using a diary activity that's available in Moodle. You'll be able to also use these discussions and diaries in your course. And of course, the support forum where please ask questions. And this is what it looks like on the left of the course. You'll see green. See, I viewed this, but I haven't done any of these yet. These are all due. Okay, the due, the views become green very quickly, but the dues take time. So notice here, digital badges you will get for viewing and doing. And the doing, you get grades out of 100. Everybody gets 100 if they do it. No in-between grades. Okay, so 100 is all you will see when you do the activity. All right. Next is the TESOL Online generator. If you've got your phone with you, you can take a look at it now. It's called TESOL Online with AI. I created it. It's on ChatGPT 4.0. And you don't have to pay for it. It's completely free. There's also a link here, okay? This is a link, and you can try that out. We're not going to do it now. Let you do it on your own. And then we'll be discussing, notice Mizu. I mentioned Mizu before. It's a chatbot. You will be creating a chatbot in week 2. Oh, sorry, in week 3. Not in week 1. So no worries. I just wanted to show you that you can try mine. It's there in the course. And of course, Magic School, you will start working with Magic School in week 2 and 3. So you've got time for that. And just a peek look at week 2. In week 2, you'll be getting your course. So in week 1, you will choose a number for your course. And that number will be the number of your course. So choose any number. I hope you have enough numbers. You'll have a list of numbers and you'll be able to choose whichever number you want. There's also a demo course where you will be able to see how your course will be developed. These are some of the numbers. Notice 1, 2, 3 is not here, and the other ones are not here as well. There are about 100 courses numbers. I'm not sure right now, but you'll only be able to get a course after you complete week 1. And now for the finale. The workflow and support. As I mentioned before, all the activities are graded out of 100. If you do not get a grade, search the support form of that week to see if you are there, because I move anything that could confuse the other participants to the support form of that week. Okay, so check there and you'll have my clarification and suggestions there for you. There's the completion progress block. For all the do and the view activities, it's on the right block of the course. There's a corridor on the right, and you have to open the corridor. And support form of the week, as I said before, you will find your work there to learn how to fix your work if it confused the other participant. This is what the completion progress on the right block when you open the corridor looks like. Notice the light blue, the baby blue, means that you finished it. I finished a lot because I viewed everything in the course. But notice the royal blue is what I still need to do. And you'll be able to see, it says not completed. You'll be able to see what you haven't completed because it'll appear here. Okay, so I haven't completed in week 1, summarize. Oh, in week 4, okay, summarize and reflect. So it'll appear there when you click on it, and you'll see if it's not baby blue and it's royal blue, you need to get the work done. So you click on the royal blue and you'll see it'll pop up and show you, and you can click on it and it'll take you there. Magic. And these are the certificates. One for the orientation week. There are 5, badges, digital badges. There's orientation weeks 1 to 4. And then you get another certificate for completing the whole course. And then your certificate. And the certificate will say that you successfully completed all the tasks required on TESOL Online with AI online courses, and you developed an 8-week, because the course will have 8 weeks. And don't worry about it, step by step, on a Moodle LMS, and that's 30 hours from October 1st to the 31st. If you don't complete everything by the 31st, no worries, I will be here. Okay, but do your best, because it's better when we learn together than when you're alone doing the tasks, even though I'll be there. And that's it. I think we did it in under an hour. You'll be getting certificates after I end this meeting, so stay tuned for that. I'm very happy that you joined today, and we'll see you during the week.